Tailor Made for You is an original talk show produced by Taylor Branding Company. The content, stories, graphics, and music are the original works of the Taylor Branding Company. Any unauthorized reproduction and distribution for the purpose of sales without the consent of the original creators of Tailor Made for You is prohibited by copyright infringement and is subject to fines punishable by law.
Tailor made for you. Tailor made, we keep it real and true. Tailor made for you. Tailor made.
5, 4, 3. Start from the top. Go. What's up, everybody? Thank you for Taylor.
That's what you get, because I'm supposed to get a welcome. Okay?
Go ahead. Go ahead, then.
Welcome back to our show, everybody. This is Luanda Daniels Taylor.
And I'm ZF, the one that's always getting in trouble.
And this is Tailor Made for You.
Thank you for joining us again. You know, this is our 6th episode.
I know. Can you believe it already?
And you haven't killed me yet.
I know.
Y'all, disclaimer from the last episode when I said that everybody go through changes.
Oh, my goodness. Don't bring it up.
I won't say the word. But it was legitimate. Just go back to episode 5.
Are you trying not to be in trouble, or are you trying to get in more trouble?
I was trying to clean up the trouble.
Now you're making a mess. Anyways, everybody, our last show, we talked about our blended family challenges and the lessons that we've learned, right?
Yep. We talked about blended families, the lessons we learned, and the things that she had to school me on.
Absolutely.
Brownie points earned. Back.
Oh my gosh.
But look, for real, we're gonna make that maybe like a 2-part.
4, 5 part.
We're making it a 2-part, y'all.
5.
I'm not gonna keep reliving my past like 50 times over.
We are still trying to work it out and figure
Listen, we done
everything
took them
out.
from us meeting, from us, you being my almost girlfriend, to Red Chair Conversations, to True Saturday, and then Blended Family.
Yes.
So today's episode, we're gonna talk about taking risks and chances when we both made that decision individually and collectively to move forward in this relationship, because there were some things that your boy was like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, whatever. Don't believe it, hype. That was me, okay? Babe.
We're gonna get into it. Don't even start. Don't start yet.
Okay.
Today we have an excellent guest from you all. From you all?
No.
For you all. You know, this is real life. We don't edit out that stuff, right? We make bloopers out of it. So.
Right.
You got a few out there.
I do not. Okay.
We have a special guest for you today. His name is Jeff Green. He is a native of Columbus, Ohio. He is a transformational, motivational speaker. He is a musician. He's an extreme athlete, and he's about to hit Germany on the pro athletic scheme. Y'all, this dude is dope. I'm gonna be really happy to introduce him to you all, y'all.
Yes, we are super excited. So stay with us. Stick with us.
Stay locked in.
Stay locked in.
And say hi to Bear, y'all. He's with us today. Say hi, Bear. Stay right there. We'll be right back for you.
Today's broadcast was made possible by Imagine Me TV.
Tailor made.
Welcome back to Tailor Made for You. See how I said that all nice and cool and clean? We're gonna get into today's subject. I'm not even fooling with her today, y'all. I'm telling you, y'all pray for your boy, okay? So we talked about blended families. We figured that we needed to kind of take a little breath, right? Before we go into part 2. So today we're just gonna talk about, how we came about making those decisions to actually pursue this thing for the long haul.
Right. So, after you get to know each other, you start being around each other, you start finding out things about each other, little quirks and things that might.
Here she go with the sugar coating already, y'all. Listen, we're not even 2 minutes into the segment.
Oh my goodness. Okay, then you tell them.
She was a runner and I was a hollerer.
Hollower.
Hollerer. Holler. I holler.
Yeah, he likes to holler.
I got a big voice, you know what I'm saying? I got 4 sons, so I was used to just putting it down like, what I say? You know, and that authoritative voice commands. And I thought I could command Luanda. Yeah, okay.
And I am the queen of I'm out of here. So
Listen, okay, so we talked about that Truth Saturday. So we came to the conclusion that, okay, we have shared our deepest, darkest secrets. We shared our actual physical scars with each other. We met each other in a place of transparency and being candid and open and vulnerable.
yeah.
And all of that. And so we said, well, let's go on and give this a try. And when we decided to try, there were so many barriers that came up against us. And most of those barriers came from choices of our past and our current state of mind. Luanda was totally independent. Yeah. She had her own house. She was rocking it out. She couldn't care less if she had a man to take care of her or not.
I mean, that is true, babe. But I do
I just
need
had to make
you.
it seem like it was your idea.
Oh my God.
Keep going.
So anyway,
Brothers, y'all take a note, right? Okay, good.
as we started developing our relationship, you know, sometimes you have disagreements, right?
Yes.
And the way I handle disagreements is
With the door slamming, I got a box
Okay,
thrown
wait.
at. Oh,
the way I use. No, I was. Why are you about to talk about that? Oh my goodness! The way that
I just got lightheaded, y'all.
that's what you get. The way that I used to handle is past tense.
Yes, it is
I've
past tense. I will
grown
give
and
you
I've
that.
learned and I've matured. Hallelujah.
God had to take away her car for about 2.5 years,
Oh,
and she couldn't go nowhere.
that is absolutely the truth. And that really happened.
Again, make it seem like it was her idea.
Anyways,
So,
let's talk about you.
no, so seriously, babe.
Yeah.
Thinking back at those seasons, because we went through several seasons before we said I do.
Right.
I remember that some of my choices in relationships, some of my choices in associations and affiliations, you just weren't vibing. Man.
Yeah. Because my husband is just this, you know, love everybody. We are the world. Let's just have everybody come over and have a party all the time. And I'm
careful.
like,
Hey,
and I'm like, wait a minute. If they didn't call first, then they're just going to be standing at the door knocking. And
remember when you could just go to your friend's house? You didn't have to call. You could just go, hey, I'm here.
No, I don't remember that. I was raised like that. Babe, what? What you want to say? Go ahead and say it.
Nope.
You want to keep it real?
Nope.
Oh, tailor made for you.
Nope.
Anyway, so we had to work some things out, and every time we came into like, what do you call those? The
Roadblocks,
or bumps in the road,
potholes.
potholes. I wanted to leave. I did. I'm just telling y'all the truth.
So I do remember that was your coping mechanism when things got hot,
Right.
and heated.
Because like you said, I was independent and I had my own everything. And I felt like I didn't have to put up with stuff that I didn't want to put up with. Like, for what? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then here I am, the guy that's loving everybody and loving everything. And I'm trying to show her, like, if we are truly trying to build this, then you can't run from it. You have to stay there in it so that we can come to a resolution, an understanding, or agree to disagree. I mean, that's possible.
Yeah.
That's also another big area that we need to put a pin in, because a lot of couples don't understand agreeing to disagree is okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Nobody is the winner and no one is the loser. What you're saying is that we are maintaining our own perception, our own perspective, right? And we're not going to meet in the middle. So the happy medium is saying, I understand what you're saying. I just don't agree with it.
Yeah.
And you have to be okay with that. But I think too many times, and we learned this in our dating stage after True Saturday, at first we were trying to change each other.
Yeah.
I was trying to change her, man. Listen, I was raised by Grandma Dukes, you know what I'm saying? And
Let's put a pin in that. We have a commercial break that we're going to take right now. We'll be right back after these messages.
tailor-made.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
I'm still alive.
For the moment. So, no, you're doing fine, babe.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So you wanted to talk about how you were raised by your grandmother and you were trying to make me into a grandmother.
No, you said put a pin in that.
So we come back from break.
I'm sure you have some opinions about that.
Yeah. So you want to talk about it?
No, you go on and talk first, sweetheart.
Well, I was just, he said that, we were trying
Don't put it on
to
me.
change each other. We were trying to change each other instead of understand each other and compromise. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, those just were some potholes that we ran into. What are some other potholes that we ran into, babe? What would make you yell? You said you were a hollerer. That's what you told the people. So what would make you?
The things that would make me yell were when I felt like I was being judged off of who I was, who I am, and who I'm still striving to be. I felt like there were times that because it rubbed you the wrong way, you automatically have these, what I call absolutes. If I said something that you didn't like, your response would be something similar to, you always.
Right.
I don't always
Yeah, I
do
remember
nothing.
that was a big deal for us.
Like, you never.
Mm-hmm.
We just did it 2 days ago.
Right.
So it was that. But what was it that you were trying to change about me?
And well, I think that this whole thing about everybody doesn't deserve a seat at your table. I mean, to keep it real.
At my personal table?
Yes.
Our table?
Yes.
Okay.
And I have major discernment, and I can tell by just meeting somebody the first time whether they are on the up and up. And my husband didn't believe that at first. You believe it now, don't you? You had to learn the hard way.
She just asked me that.
My goodness. Babe, tell the people.
All I know is that there are some people out here in this Columbus, Ohio community that are scared to death to talk to me or to come around because they're like, I'm not fooling with your wife. She gonna come up to me saying, I got a word for you, and they just gonna drop dead. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but for real, like your perspective, I'm really curious to hear this. Because we're years later out of that, right?
All right.
And I think this is kind of like the first time we really talked about this area of our relationship.
And we're gonna just do it right in front of the people, huh?
We're gonna do it in front of the people. That's what Tailor Made for You is.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Because there's a little piece of everything that someone can take, right?
Go for it.
Okay. What were you most afraid of? Of taking that chance and that risk and moving ahead with me in a relationship?
I was most afraid of disappearing. I didn't want, your life to take over my life. I wanted us to find a way to bring them together, but I didn't want to have to just do everything your way and there was none of me left.
Y'all, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to say we'll be back with Why You Mad. Please call in 213-293-9027 and tell us why you mad. Because my wife just told me she thought I was going to gobble her up or something. I don't know, y'all. Men and women, we discern things differently. Like,
that's what you heard. We'll be right back, you guys.
No, but for real, we do want you all to call 213-293-9027. Reason why we really do want to make sure that this Why You Mad segments is something that stays constant on our show is because we are going through a lot of societal changes, family changes, medical, mental, education.
Just changes, period, in life.
Those hot flash changes, all those type of things.
I know you didn't did you just say hot flash changes? What?
I mean, everybody goes through changes, right?
Go ahead, babe.
What I do? Okay. You all go through changes, and sometimes you need a a space to just let loose and let people know what you're feeling, so that you have no judgment, that you can get it off your chest, and it gives us something to think about as well.
Go ahead and give us a call and let us know why you mad.
Hello, ladies. This is Elle with your Taylor tip for today. When I was about to get married, one of the things that an older wife told me was never make your husband feel like you don't need him. And I needed to hear that because, as we talked about earlier, I was independent. I got married in my 40s. So I learned how to just take care of myself and not rely on anybody else but me. And when I decided to get married, I had to change my mindset about that and learn how to make my husband feel valuable and loved, and that I believed in him and allow him to take care of me. One time I was out with my girlfriends right before we got married, and I was telling them this, I'm used to taking care of myself. I don't know, this is gonna, be a big adjustment. And I'm not used to, depending on somebody to take care of me. And one of my girlfriends said, but don't you want to? Like, don't you want to be able to lay some of that down and let somebody else help you and do things for you? And I was like, wow, I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, I do. And so that's my Taylor tip. And love on your husbands. Never make them feel like you don't need them.
Tailor-made.
Welcome back to Tailor Made for You. We have an awesome guest today. His name is Jeff Green. And all I know is that this dude right here is the real deal. For real, for real. We try to bring on guests that really have something to offer other people, that they can add value to your life, that can enlighten you, encourage you, and give you a little nugget to, grow off of. So that's why we're here today with Mr. Jeff Green.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you so much for being here, Jeff. And it's so important to us to highlight our local artists and entrepreneurs and talent. So we are excited to learn more about Mr. Jeff Green.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me here. As always, it's an honor. I love what y'all are doing. I love y'all's vibe, y'all's energy. So I'm excited.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I know my wife is not too familiar with you, and I was telling her a little bit about you, some of the things that I've noticed that you do. But the things that really stand out in my mind, the extreme sports, and the fact that you play multiple instruments. Yeah. Tell us about that.
Okay.
Matter of fact, start off, tell us who you are.
Who I am. Okay, yeah. So my name is Jeff Green II.
Is he looking at himself or the camera, y'all? He should be looking at the camera.
I'm looking at the camera.
Okay.
Jeff Green II. I am from Ohio by way of St. Louis. So we lived in St. Louis for a little bit. And I did a lot of growing up out there. Coming back to undergrad was like coming back home for me. I went to The Ohio State University, studied neuroscience, and I minored in engineering sciences. Now I'm in my PhD program, specializing in cognitive and brain sciences. One thing about me is when I was growing up, I was into any and everything. And it's because my mother wanted to keep me out of trouble. I was a boy, I had a lot of energy, I was very active. And so in order to keep me out of trouble, she would put me in a whole bunch of different things. And so that translated into high school. In high school, I was, a 3-sport athlete, and I was in the, this club, STUCO, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I was doing this service project, anything I could do, and then that translated into undergrad, at college, and then that translated into after college is, what I'm doing right now. So I like to have my hands in a lot of different things, and I like to be busy. I like my days when it's just like go, go, go. I like that type of stuff.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay, talk to me when you turn 44.
Stay with us, stick with us, stay locked in. Up next, Jeff drops some nuggets of wisdom on us and talks about his love for extreme sports and life transformation speaking. And later in the show, some spoken word. Join us every Saturday evening at 8 p.m. for a brand new episode of Taylor Made for You. Your hosts with Luanda and ZF Taylor. Found on Imagine Me TV, Amazon, and Roku.
Tailor made.
And besides that, I am a saxophonist. I play the saxophone. Story behind that is, again, growing up, my mother said, all of you guys, me and my siblings, you have to either sing or you have to play an instrument. She said, it's one or the other, you have to choose. And so I loved the saxophone because I would always be in the back in the van when my mom would have her old jazz records playing and her cassettes playing, because we had cassettes back then. I'm old enough to know about cassettes. I'm old enough to, so she had the cassettes.
Why did he say that like he was trying to prove something to us?
He's trying to relate to us.
So yeah, she would have her cassettes on, and so that was imprinted on me at a young age, and I loved the little jazz solo when the alto sax would come in, or the soprano, or the tenor sax. It didn't matter, and I really, really liked that. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play the saxophone. When I started out, though, we weren't allowed to choose woodwinds. We could only do violin. So I started with the violin in 4th grade, and then 5th grade we were able to choose more. I went to the cello. 6th grade, when we did middle school band, that's when I was able to play saxophone. And I never looked back. I still play saxophone.
You still got keys in there too, don't you?
I do. I dabble on the keys.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Bananas, babe.
That's crazy.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Is that something that you all are accustomed? Because I know you all have a similar background, spiritual background in growing up. Is that something that is kind of something that was customary for the families to kind of be multi-talented and always doing something?
It's very much education driven, and just to be the best version of yourself that you can. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, definitely that. I do have a similar, my mom, we were just talking about this yesterday on Mother's Day, that she had to put me to work. She put me to work on my 16th birthday to keep me out of trouble. On my birthday to keep me out of trouble. But yeah, she plays the piano. So she taught us piano, and, I didn't stick with it. So boo for me, but definitely being multi-talented. I wanted to ask you, how do you, because we kind of touched on it prior to taping, how do you deal with having so many talents and allowing yourself to shine, and not allowing other people to cause you to feel like you need to dim yourself down for them?
Yeah. Well, actually, I kind of would dim down. That's how it started. I would dim down because I was naturally a humble person. Okay. And then, I got a little bit older. I started to actually, get some muscles, get like a little rip right here. And like, I started to get a little cocky. But I had 2 older sisters who would humble me back down.
Yeah, your family will do it for you, won't they?
And so then I went right back into that humble stage. So, high school, I was a real humble dude. I was a great athlete, but I was real humble. I didn't talk trash, nothing. I just did everything on the field. I let my game speak for it. It was the same when it came to music. It was the same when it came to anything I did. And then I get into undergrad, and there's so much transformation, so much growth that happened in those college years. But at the end of undergrad, that's when I really started to catch my rhythm and really catch my stride, And I realized that, like, it's not a bad thing to let yourself shine and let other people see it.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that God has given me. I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it. There's a term we use in neuroscience for your brains. Use it or lose it. Like, if you learn another language, you don't use it, you're gonna lose it.
Absolutely.
Same thing with these gifts. God gave us these gifts. We need to use it. You need to use it, and because you never know who you're gonna touch. You never know who is gonna see you. You never know. That might spark something in somebody else.
Absolutely.
And so, who are you not to use it? That's the real thing.
Yeah.
Did my dude just go into
Wow.
a straight sermon? That's what I'm talking about.
For real. I need y'all to hear that. Who are you not to use your gifts?
Who are you?
Oh my goodness.
Because
so
there are
good.
people that are sitting at home that want certain gifts.
Yeah.
They long for certain
Right.
types of
How many
gifts.
times have you heard somebody say, "Oh, I wish I could sing. I wish I could sing like you. I wish I could act. I wish I could, whatever." And then the people who have these gifts are kind of hoarding them and not using them. So we got to stop doing that. We got to get out of that and allow ourselves to shine. Like Jeff said, it could be a blessing to somebody else and motivation for them.
Absolutely. Well, we want you to hang tight real quick. We're going to be right back. I got a couple more questions for him, and then he's going to come back with some spoken word, okay? This is Jeff Green, everybody. Tailor made for you. Taylor tip, brothers, I want you to take a moment out to look at the one that you say you love, that you care for, you're married to, you're dating, in a relationship with, and pay attention to their value. The thing that you value about them is that one thing that you need to support, you need to encourage, you need to invest in. One thing that my wife was mentioning earlier, that she didn't want her brand, her identity, everything that she worked for to be overshadowed by my own dreams, my own goals and projects and stuff. So what I had to do, I had to learn how to look at the value in my wife, what she is able to do, what she's capable to do, what she's called to do. And I had to make space and room for that. And as much energy that I put into myself, I have to be willing to put that much energy into my wife. And together, that's why you have Tailor Made for You. So brothers, look at the value of the ones that you love. Invest in that. It will come back and bless you. Peace.
No stress and no toil. What a blessing for this boy who took pride in his coiled hair, who took pride in his wild heart. See, I would stare in the mirror and my reflection would look back with no fear. No.
Tailor made.
It's almost story time, y'all. Did you call?
Get it off your chest.
213-293-9027. Tell us why you mad.
A little self-care? Don't hurt nobody.
Tailor made.
Greetings, beautiful people. I am Vernee Taylor, entrepreneur, speaker, mentor, founder, and CEO of Triple Threat Vision. And I help people like you move from a place of loss or grief, step into your confidence, and dare to live life on purpose. In the year 2020, it was reported that over 264 million were dealing with depression. And a lot of times that's brought on by devastating losses and life-changing events. It's my goal to help millions operate on a breakthrough level so that you can get through anything. To gain access to my free gift, go to www.mylifelivedonpurpose.com. That's mylifelivedonpurpose.com.
Tailor made.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tailor Made for You. We are here again with Mr. Jeff Green.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Jeff, I wanted to talk to you about this. So, I've checked out your IG. Tell people how they can link up with you, because you're a motivational speaker. Okay, you're going to be a pro athlete. You're going to Germany to play pro football, right? You're a musician. You're going to be a doctor of what, neuro and what?
Cognitive and brain science.
Oh gosh,
Wow.
man! Like, that's too many years of school for me, bro. But for real, like, you got that going on. Tell people how they can link up with you first off. Tell them.
Yeah, definitely. So on my IG page, Instagram, I post a lot of my stuff, which is Jeff D Green, which is GEOFFD, and then Green spelled just like the color. That's it. That's my IG page. I'll post, motivational videos on there. I'll post inspirational videos. I'll post videos on mind hacks, things that you can do to increase your efficiency or boost your memory, stuff like that just helps you every day. Sometimes I'll post stuff with me on the saxophone, just messing around. But it's really just a page of me being authentic. You get to see really who I am. A lot of people post or follow because of the motivational videos, and that's what that's the bread and butter of my page.
I love it, because I definitely check it out for that purpose. I'm like, okay, what is Jeff doing now?
Oh, and if you need some workout tips, I got you on that as well. I got you.
Let's get into that. Extreme sports, babe. Now, you know what extreme sports are?
Yes.
Okay, so y'all know what extreme sports, right? Extreme sports. This dude is flipping tires and jumping off things, doing back flips and doing multiple cartwheels and this and that. Things that my body refuses to do anymore. Okay. I may give you a back dive off of a diving board in a pool and still scared. Extreme sports, man.
Yeah.
Why?
So it's really like I promise you, like when I turned 18, it's like something in my brain clicked. Like I became a thrill seeker. It's like I got that rush of dopamine whenever I would do something crazy. You know, I love that type of stuff. And so after a while, like I started posting it. People like they really liked it. And they were like watching, you know, what I was doing. I don't know. It's something really rewarding about it. Another reason why so here's a perfect example. I'm also very competitive. So I was in Italy. I was traveling. I do a lot of solo traveling. So I was in Italy on the Amalfi Coast, and I was, you know, exploring. I rented a little Vespa, so I was scooting around Italy, and I stopped at this big old cliff, and I see this guy and his friends are down at the bottom of the cliff, and there's water. So he's at the top of this cliff, and he jumps off like it was nothing. I'm like, what? Wow. It's like that out here? Okay, bet. Nobody challenged me. Nobody said, oh, I bet you can't do it. No, but in my head, I was like, okay,
that to yourself.
I can do it. And so what I did is I went, and once I got to the edge, it was suddenly a lot higher than it looked from
Oh my goodness.
But I was like, no, I gotta do it. Like I got to this point, and I did it. And it felt like I was in the air for like 45 seconds, but it was just like that. But being in free fall is such a crazy thing.
Either you're gonna survive, or something bad.
And it's little things like that. It's like those are little victories. Like if I can coach myself up to do something that crazy or that scary, I can coach myself up to do anything. Like there's no reason I should be able to back down from the challenges in life, you know, because I'm able to do that. And so it's little things like that. Like when I go skydiving, taught myself how to surf. Go scuba diving, going skiing and snowboarding. I'll teach myself because there's no.
Hold on, wait. He busted
so
his tail on that snowboard though. I saw that video, bro. You can't even sugarcoat that one.
No.
My dude, he was trying to do the extreme stuff. Like he's not just doing the normal ski-boarding, right? Or snowboarding. He literally wants to say, okay, how do I do this flip? Or
And look, here's the thing, because I would see people, guys who would be at the slopes, they've been snowboarding since they were like, 7, 8 years old. Again, they did it. I'm like, but I should be able to do it too, But sometimes I'll land it, sometimes I won't. I'll try something new and I'll fail. But that's the cool thing. It's like, okay, cool. I know what not to do. Now I'm gonna do it again. And guess what? The next time I probably might fail again. The next time I'll fail again. But I'm learning all the ways not to do it. So that one time that I learned how to actually do it, that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
You take that and you run with it and then you master it. Again, we can apply that to anything in life.
Absolutely.
Anything in life. So that's why I like extreme sports. That's why I like challenges. That's why I like taking risks, because there's so much that you learn. There's so much reward and growth at the other side of that risk. You know, I love it.
Y'all, we pride ourselves on bringing some great guests here, and I know my wife didn't know Jeff before.
But you are awesome. I love it. Oh my! I could listen to you all day.
Yeah, because she asked me before we came down. She was like, "Okay, so what was it about him that piqued your interest?" And I'm like, "Well, he just does this, that, and the third, and so on and so forth." And so now you get a chance to experience it.
Awesome.
Yeah. We're gonna have to have you back for a part 2.
Absolutely.
Even if you're in Germany, we can do it remotely.
All
right, we'll bring you in on the screen and we'll actually talk about more. If you would let us follow some of your progress as you're going through some of the stuff, I'm sure some of our Tailor Made for You viewers would love to hear about that. Y'all, this is Jeff Green. We're gonna get out the way and let our boy show you some of his skill set in spoken word. Cool? All right, y'all. Jeff Green.
So this spoken word is called Dream. It's actually something that I wrote with a friend. Her name is Gabby Solange. She's a local artist. You guys should look her up. Her work is dope. This is something that we wrote for MLK Day a few years back, and we performed it at the King Arts Complex. It's called Dream. Childhood. No stress and no toil. What a blessing for this boy who took pride in his coiled hair. Who took pride in his wild heart. See, I would stare in the mirror and my reflection would look back with no fear. No. Just fascination as I watch my skin glow. Melanin meditated. Look what God has created. Sun is shining. I feel like God's just smiling through my window. I'm just a black boy basking in his dad's joy. Then at the turn of my storybook pages, I felt like a spotlight hit and placed me on stages. See, I was hearing praises and playing for the masses. Jump shots and catching passes is where I felt my worth was added. Well, that's until I found the value of performance in the classroom. The only black face there, so I felt like I had to. Breaking stereotypes, a black scholar and an athlete, but the judgment would still begin by the skin. And if you ask me, I say living in the burbs, dropping racial slurs was like a pastime, because they would say it and claim it was a joke, then walk past me. But this was all overcome by the guys that God gave me. See, my mom and my pops, they never missed a chance just to bathe me in love, purpose, serenity. It's where I learned that Christ was the source of my identity. So please excuse me if I do speak with the new sweet taste of Juneteenth on my tongue, because your words can't give me my freedom. That's inside, that's ingrained. So now I welcome any storm, because my God reigns. Thank you.
Taylor Brand & Co. specializes in creative business consultations and solutions. Exclusively producing for the last 24 years, Taylor Brand & Co. emerges as an accredited Black-owned leading small business in the United States of America.
Welcome back to Tailor Made for You. Listen, this is one of our favorite segments, Why You Mad? This is when people call in and they get things off of their chest so that they get an opportunity to start fresh. They take a breath and keep it moving.
Yes.
We want to hear from you. We want you to get it off your chest. So go on and call that 213-293-9027. Anytime, leave us a message and tell us why you're mad. We hope you enjoy them. We'll be back with you shortly.
Hey, thank you for calling Tailor Made for You. This is Lee.
Tell us why you mad. Come on, get it off your chest.
Let it go. Go ahead and you might be on our next show and we might tell the world why you mad.
Oh, I've been waiting for this opportunity. I mean, I tell you, there's so many reasons why I'm mad, and I just didn't know what to come up with today. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm mad that people don't get when I don't want to be bothered. You are trying to be, disengaged. I mean, you got shades on. You're kind of standoffish. You don't really want to talk. But yet people don't want to pick up on the nonverbal. Come on, somebody. Say, good morning. You keep it moving. You keep it simple. And they just don't understand that you just don't want to be bothered.
And they talking.
And still talking. And they're still not picking up on the fact. I really don't care what you're talking about. I'm not in the mood today. Why do you keep trying me? Just leave me alone. So that's why I'm at this week.
Hey, y'all, thank you for staying with us, sticking with us. Can I just count myself back in? Just Hey, y'all, thank you so much for staying with us, sticking with us, and staying locked into Tailor Made for You. Today was a great episode.
It really was.
Our 6th episode. We have several more to go. I'm cracking up. Y'all, this is real life. Okay, listen, we want to thank our special guest, Y'all, nothing is coming out right, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Okay. I want to thank Jeff Green for stopping in and talking with us today and sharing his gift of spoken word, as well as letting us know it's okay to take chances. It's okay to take a risk, as long as you know what your goals are and you know what you're reaching for. Okay, be focused and disciplined. How about that? Next show, we're going to have another special guest for you. We need you to call into that Why You Mad so we can play you on the air. And most of all, we're going to get back into part 2 of Blended Families.
Yes. So what was our final thought? What's our final thought for tonight? What do we want the people to leave with from this episode?
That you cracking up?
I'm trying to get myself together.
Okay. I think people really need to understand that when you're building relationships, it takes time.
Yes, that is so good.
It takes time. You learn each other. You may have fallen in love. You may have made the decision to say, I do already. But it's an ever moving learning process.
Yes, it is. And I know with me, I thought things was going to happen overnight and that, why is it taking so long? Like, why are we, having to deal with this? But just like my husband said, it does take time and you have to give each other grace and give your relationship the grace to grow.
The grace to grow.
You like
I
it?
like that. Can you make me a t-shirt that says
I
that?
will. Thank you for joining us tonight for Tailor Made for You. We will see you all next week. And don't forget to call us and let us know why you mad. Bye.
See you later. Okay. Thank you for staying with us, staying locked in, sticking with us, and I'm gonna count myself back in. Just keep it rolling. Thank you for staying with us, sticking with us, and staying locked in.
I'll do it. I don't know what's happening here. Okay.
My lips are dry.
You should have put that uncles on your mouth. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Did he say it's time?
No. How about that?
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're back.
Welcome back, y'all, to Tailor Made for You. Listen, we want to get into some of these why you mad. Okay. We have a couple calls. We have not listened to them yet, so we're gonna come back maybe and give some commentary, or maybe not. We just want you to enjoy them for a moment. We're gonna have to do all that again, okay?
Yeah, cut. Okay.
How the heck is this supposed to work?
I know. I totally forgot what I was doing.
Oh,
Are you starting us off, or am I?
no, you go.
But we want to thank our special guest, Jeff Green.
Mhm.
He has taught us that it is worth taking risks and chances. You.
All right, do it probably live.
Dang. What is the matter? Okay.
Okay. Everybody calm down.
Everybody calm down.
All right, we're live. It's Saturday night, we're live.
Okay. Right.
Right.
Tailor Made.